Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazine. The new film coming your way is called Old Friends.
Our friend.
Our Friends. I keep getting confused on that.
It's all right.
Our Old Friends. And one of the stars is Jason Segel. Jason, this is actually based on a real true story, an incident that happened. Did you want to seek out the guy that you play at all?
You know what? I didn't. As you and I have talked about, I played David Foster Wallace a few years ago, and then so there's a real importance of accuracy because he has a lot of fans and is a public figure and all that. With something like this, I wanted to make sure that I did justice to Matt Teague's story, but I didn't feel like it would be helpful to me to try to mimic a real guy. I more wanted to serve the function of the role for the story as best I could. So I actually tried to avoid it as much as possible.
One of the interesting components of the movie is this age-old question about friendship between men and women. And you're kind of right in the middle because you're friends with the husband and you're friends with the wife. Is there a different dynamic in a friendship between a man and a woman?
Yeah, I'm sure that there is to some extent, although I think after a while you kind of got to bust through that. And I have a couple in my life where I'm friends with, and I'm actually equally best friends with both of them. And we don't talk about that different stuff. It just becomes about intimacy at some point. What's the point of having friends if you can't talk about the stuff you can't say to anyone else?
All I can say is I envy your kids in the future because they're going to have such a cool dad. Watching your rapport with these kids in the movie, I thought, wow, to have someone like that who really wasn't patronizing to them, but was so embracing of them.
That is about the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me. So thank you very much. I'm going to take that with me today.
But what is it about you with kids?
I think that there is probably some element of arrested development that must be at play, Scott, don't you think?
With us all.
Yes, I suppose that's right. I also think that one of the things that I have not lost, thank goodness, through thick and thin, is some sense of whimsy and magic that, is like the Jim Henson, Tim Burton, Roald Dahl, Harry Potter kind of belief that there's magic around every corner. That's still in me pretty strong. So maybe it's that.
Your character goes through some interesting jobs in this movie that kind of what he does. And before your success as an actor, what were the interesting jobs you kind of had to parlay through?
I'll tell you something that is not a very endearing answer. I started acting at 16 years old. I did my first movie when I was 16 and I never looked back. So every job I've had since then, there's a period when I was keeping myself afloat by writing in my early 20s. Like between Freaks and Geeks and How I Met Your Mother, I didn't work very much. So that's when I learned how to write. But they've all been kind of industry adjacent jobs.
So there's people out there who are going to hate you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Yes, I know.
The movie is Our Friend.
Yes.
Jason Segel, thank you so much. And this is Scott. Till next time.
Thank you. Scott, thanks a lot.
Always great to see you, my friend.
You
Be well.
too.